Hello and welcome to 28 for 28, where I make 28 brews before my 28th birthday. And today's card, honestly, it came at a time where I was this close to ruin something for like something good too. And I am so glad I did not act on it. I like I think I am someone who holds back a lot from saying things because I really do understand the power of my tongue, okay? And also, sometimes I be fighting people in my head, okay? And whenever I'm in that scenario, I literally have to go and touch grass, right? So this time I got this card and it actually confused me a little bit. Because then I was like, okay, I am at the end of something, but the understanding of it initially just felt like I'm forcing things when I'm not supposed to. But then at the same time, it's like, well, you cannot let go. You cannot drop what you just carried all the way till the end. And I was just like, oh my god, what are you telling me? But I sat with it for the day, and I'm so glad I came here because I came with the wisdom. Because I really I had to sit with so many layers of things. But before I get into that, I want to talk about the card. So the card that I received is actually the Ten of Wands, and it is called Oppression. Okay, the naming of the card already says a lot. So then I was like, okay, we're being oppressed, I guess. And I talk about that a lot because I'm someone who's like, I no longer want to give my power away. So if there's anyone out there, any oppressor who's trying to oppress me, I'm gonna take my energy back, take my power back, and I'd live free. And my immediate thought was that, okay, I gotta fight all of my oppressors right now. So that was one thing. The second thing is that the marker of this card is Saturn in Sagittarius, okay? And I was thinking about like, okay, what's happening right now in the sky? And Saturn is making an aspect to Mercury, which is in Sagittarius, and I also have a Mercury in Sagittarius. But it's a harmonious aspect, right? That aspect, okay? The harmony part, please hold on to that. Hold on to it, okay? So it's making a harmonious aspect. So it's really interesting for me too to see how much of the degrees are being affected right now. So like I'm like my nerdness is like being like activated right now. But anyways, so I had to sit with that. And the Ten of Wands, initially what it talks about like you carrying something, right? Like you have this kind of like a mission that, or fire that was being ignited, and it kept you going, right? It kept you going to get things and achieve things and whatnot. And you are at the very end of something, and by the end of something you are actually supposed to cross the finish line and let it go at the end, right? Like it's the end of this journey, right? Until you pick up the next one, and then and then we continue again. But the card also talks about all of the things, like it kind of, like if you see the two staffs, or the wands here, it covers a bunch in the back, like 8 in the back, and then you have 2 that are solid, that are kind of like holding back what's being ignited in the back. But what's in the back is like it's fully ablaze type of situation, right? So it's like something um has already seen like the light, right? Something has already been shining, something has already been guiding you, something has already been you've been feeding something for so long, you've been igniting this fire, this passion, this excitement, this joy, this journey, this like seeking of something, right? And that's such a word that is associated with Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is the seeker, right? It's like such a spiritual, I mean all of the signs are spiritual, but it's like the seeker of spirituality through knowledge, and also like kind of like going through and finding, and like getting to another peak and finding and seeking more and more and more and more, right? And that's the thing with Sagittarius, is that the more actually can burn it out. Okay, the Saturn part of it is that Saturn is a lot about restrictions, right? A lot about limitations, but Saturn doesn't restrict you and limit you for nothing. Saturn is a protector. Saturn is also the teacher, and Saturn gives you awards, right? Like Saturn is the one that kind of crowns you and is like, okay, you made it. Because I know for a fact you made it, because I put you through challenges so that you earn what you're trying to get over there. You know, that is such a Saturn thing because Saturn is so grounded, and Saturn's in the physical. He is slow, he is meticulous, but he is also about discipline. He's also about earning something, right? Like Saturn doesn't just give for the sake of giving, right? Saturn is like, no, you gotta work for it. um so here, the way it's been coming up lately, okay, is that I have been feeling a lot of frustration about so many things, and also with the Mercury retrograde, a lot of things have been coming up to the surface about so many things. Also, we are having this massive, massive trine, okay, trine in the sky, where like all these planets are talking to each other, and it's harmonious, but it's a lot of emotions, and we've been talking about all the emotions over here, and we've been talking about this fire kind of energy that's going on and this passion, but also the water, like the overwhelmness of the water can put it can put it away, can put the fire away, and that's not what we want. What we want is to be able to handle that fire, right? To work with the steam and to let things go, you know, like the steam. Like, this is how I think about it, because I love steam. Like, I love going to a steam room because it allows me to breathe, right? And it allows me to relax at the same time, and then release the tension. Release the tension. And this is perfect segue for the herb that I got, because the herb that I got is actually lavender. And I laughed out loud when I got this card literally yesterday, because I was just like, there is nothing saying you got to shut the up. Telling my mind to calm down, you know, like to just relax, let go, and wait for the clarity to come through. And that's something. So the herb that I got is actually lavender that I harvested myself with my hands this summer, and I just feel like it has such a potent power, so I'm gonna be working with this today. And then I'm gonna make a brew, a mix of a brew later on. But lavender, right? I think the way it helps specifically here, because we're working with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about knowledge, and the fact that right now it is in Mercury, which is all about our mind. The way how it's being showing up is showing up in terms of like just wanting to say the absolute truth, right? But what is that truth? Because to me, I am just shooting fucking daggers at people. And that's why I feel like I am fighting people, but I'm not actually fighting. I'm just telling people what it is, you know, but do they need to hear it? Is it what's prompting me to say it? Is it really, do they really need to hear it? Or am I just wanting to let go of that steam? Right. The things that the way how it's also playing out is that I was so frustrated with the way I was receiving a lot of communication about things, right? And that's the thing about holding my tongue back, is that I am holding my tongue back. Others are not holding their tongue back, right? So I've been receiving shit. I've been eating shit, right? And the thing is that I'm just like, I don't want to give you back shit just because I'm receiving shit. I've been there before. I'm trying to evolve. I'm trying to grow. So the way how I've been seeing this energy quite a bit yesterday, I like literally it didn't even click until this really early morning, because I couldn't sleep. You know, there's so much going on right now, and I was just like, okay, you can't sleep, let's stay like this. And I was sitting with this and reading about it, and then the oppression part, right? Because this card is about basically limiting the fire in some way, right? Is that it doesn't have it's being contained in some way so that it doesn't go ablaze, okay? And the oppression part is kind of like a container, the way I'm seeing it right now. It's a container where it's like, okay, the fire is being contained right now. It was running amok, right? It was running wild. But because this container, you are being protected right now. So whatever is happening right now is actually a protection of my fire, the thing that I've been feeding, the thing that I've been like. The passion that has been running through me, you know? I'm like, that has been running me, right? But at the same time, I'm like, and I like, okay, let me relax because I can feel it trying to take over, you know? And the thing is that it's okay because right now this is contained. This is my safe space. This is my container. This is where I get to do this because this is what helps the process, right? But it doesn't help the process when I am shooting straight from my mind through my tongue daggers into people, because people and people are human and people receive things, and I've been the receiver of things, and because of the way I feel, I don't want to do that. So I am so intentional about what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to say my truth, but my truth right now is just daggers. I gotta relax. But the thing is that I have Mercury in Sagittarius on default, you guys. Default. So it's a lifelong journey thing type of situation, and not just like a little transit. So yeah, so I woke up today and I was reading about it, and then I was like, oh, thinking about this in terms of like my job specifically, I was like, oh, whatever I want to say right now, it's risque. It's very risky. And I know it's risky, and I'm playing with fire because I'm allowing that fire to get out of the container. Right now it's being contained. Right now we are cozy. We are in a sweet spot. Right now we're being taken care of. We are warm in this weather, you know? But I'm like, no, let's burn shit down. Like and that's the destruction part, right? The destruction. It's like when I feel like I'm being oppressed, right? And even if it's just a feeling, even if it's not a reality, just the feeling of it, right? That I'm being oppressed, that I can feel that something is containing me in a way, I'm like, no, I want to break through. And how many of us do that? When you are doing something and you're going great through something that you're working on, and you've been putting the effort and you've been putting the time and you've been putting blah blah, all of the things are going great for you, but then comes that one thing that kind of like takes you in a way or pokes you in a way that is just the wrong way, that you are willing to protect yourself in the harshest of ways, right? Because specifically if you're someone who came from not having any boundaries, right, and then working on your boundaries, and then you get poked like that, then all you want to do is you want to assert that boundary. You're like, this is me and I will show you my wrath. And that's kind of how it's feeling. Also, the sun is really hitting my sun right now because it's my birthday soon, and that's literally all the degree of my in my sun right now. So I can feel this energy, and I want to be very mindful about being my true self, and also using destruction when it's not truly needed. Okay, so that's when self-sabotage comes in, and you start ruining or kind of like messing up with something that you have really spent time and energy and effort and pain, right, and joy, your tears, your sweat, you spent your all doing, right? And then gets to that little point that pokes you exactly where it hurts, and then you're like, release me. Release me. That's literally how I've been feeling. And yesterday I had such a good day at work. Such a good day at work. And I'm so, so, so grateful because I love the people that I'm working with right now. Like, I had such a good day. And it's been such, like, I've been wanting this. Like, please, God, more, more. And then at the end of the day, I got offered something that actually really works for me. And I was like, oh, everything's fine. I was literally about to burn shit down. Everything is fine. So today, this morning, when I woke up, I realized that the oppression that is happening right now is limitation of my tongue, right? And what is happening is that I'm being restricted from saying things right now, and I can feel it. I can feel it, you know? And I don't like it because I'm like, no, I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna say my truth. And I'm gonna, you know? But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you're okay. You are good. Not everyone wants to hear what you want to say, first of all, but also, what's the point? Why do you want to say it? Is it just to let off steam? Because you can let off steam in so many ways, and you can say that thing literally into the void. Speak it into the void. You can speak it into word. You can write it down on paper. You can film a video and post it anonymously. You know what I mean? Like, you can let it out, and the person does not need to be a receiver of that. Because in reality, all you want to do is just release what's in you that's making you feel restricted. And how many times do we feel restricted? We feel restricted in so many ways, but not all restriction, not all oppression is actually bad in this term, in this context, right? In this context specifically, because here it is protection. Protection for the fire that you have been tending to. Do you see these two? These two are like, here. You got this. And we will walk until the end. You are so close to the end. You are so close to the end. Don't let anything get in your way. And by anything, I mean you. Don't let you get in the way of you that you're trying to be. The way I have held my tongue wasn't even intentional, because I was just like enjoying my time, and I wasn't going to let anything ruin that for me. And that's when I realized that sometimes intuition, let's talk about the third eye, the intuition that comes from the knowing here, right? This part. The conversation that happens in here sometimes can overtake the intuition, right? Because you're stuck in a loop of that is associated to a way of feeling, right, in your body that is running a story, the connection. It is running a story. And that's when you feel like you have to speak your truth. When in reality, your intuition is speaking something, but the story is overtaking what the truth is for you. Because whatever you receive is always for you. So the lavender, it's purple colored looking, right? It literally is all about calming effects. The way it's even like being pollinated and taken care of by the bees, it always takes such a slow motion with it. But it is also clarity and precision into, like, because the leaves of the petals, they are so tiny, so it needs precision. It needs like that quietude. It needs that, that exactitude of things. So the clarity that you receive from the lavender allows you kind of like let go, relax, first of all, the tension in your head, to relax and to let that story go. Because that story, whatever the pain is that is happening, whatever that ache is, that tension is, it is connected to your brain, and it's tension in the brain, and that's where the story is stuck. And the minute that tension is released, the story is gone. And then that's when your intuition gets to speak freely, because the clarity you can receive it in more of a relaxed and calm way. So, if you are feeling like something or someone is oppressing you in any way, first I want to remind you of your power. I want to remind you of your agency. I want to remind you of your humanity and of your being. Assert that to yourself first before you go ask it out of people. Know where you stand. And stand on it. Stand on it. Keep standing. You don't need to seek it out of people. Affirm it to yourself. Right? If you feel like you just want to say what's on your mind, hold on. Hold the door. Hold the door. Don't open it. You're gonna ruin it. You're gonna let the floods come through. We're going, and Mercury's stepping into Scorpio, and that depth is gonna reveal some truths. So hold on whatever truth that you think that you have right now. Keep it to yourself, but keep it on lock. Don't let it move you. Just know the base of that, and just know where you affirm yourself to be. And accept the fact that what is happening right now, you're being contained from running rampage. And you are being protected. Because something that you have right now is so valuable. It's so valuable to you in this moment, and so valuable to the person that you're about to meet on the other end of this journey, which is your higher self or your more evolved self. The person that can let go of these wands, that can let go of this thing, and you get to enjoy what you have created. Because it took your all. And this is the last bit of it. So protect what you have. You're not being oppressed. You're being contained. You're being protected. And then it's a shield that is containing that fire that's within you. So that's all I got for you today. Today, my tea is going to be a mix of green tea that I have. So I have some green tea over here. And then I have my lavender. And I also was thinking to do some matcha, because I do have matcha, but it's how do you call it? It's a little bit, it's sweet matcha, which I didn't realize that it was sweet matcha until too late. So, okay, you guys, this is brew number 20. I am so glad I am here, and also I am so close to my birthday. I cannot wait to celebrate with all of you. I will 100% be posting something for my birthday, but I love you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Take care, and until next time.